Welcome, everybody, to Everyday with Kay, podcast for the constantly curious community. We are officially in season 2, which is very, very exciting. I am your host, Katherine, and today, for the first time ever, very exciting stuff, I am joined by not just one human being. I am joined by 2 total human people. I'm so excited. We are going to do something very, very fun today, something we've not done before on the show. I'm super excited about that. Let me get to some introductions, and then we will talk about why we are here and what we are doing. So, with me today from episode 3, possibly 4, is our pal Ray Rosa, community builder extraordinaire. Back for more, which I mean should speak to the quality of the programming, right? Like,
100%.
come on, right? It's got like speaks to quality. Just got to keep coming back for the punishment. And then on the other side of my screen, is the person down the hall from me who I am married to, Chris Vela. Welcome, both of you.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having us.
Hey, you're welcome. You're
It's nice
welcome.
to see you, Kat.
Thanks, buddy. I will meet you in the hallway later when we're done. Cheers. All right. We're already starting. It's fine. So today we are getting together to do something that was all Ray's idea. Ray came to me and was like, this be super fun. And I was like, hell yeah. Before we get into it, the way that we always start is, what are you sipping on? What are you drinking? Whatever. Ray, I'll have you go first.
All right, sounds good. Well, I was in the store today, and it's been one that I haven't had in a while, but it is an old favorite, is Off Color Brewing's Apex Predator. It is their farmhouse ale, coming in at a nice 6.5 alcohol volume content. Absolutely lovely. Let her warm up a little bit before we started recording tonight. And when she knows, and I listen when they know. So there you go. So cheers to you guys.
You, man.
Oh, by the way, making sure that we always bring love back to the exit strategy as always.
You're amazing. Everybody's got their exit mugs, and I see a Hugo shirt over there too. CLV, what are you sipping on tonight?
So tonight it's the Hop Slam Ale, which is one of my favorites, and apparently it's back to just being a seasonal release and only in 16-ounce cans, which is a choice. I liked it better when you could get the 6-pack of 12-ounce cans because it is clocking it at a light 10%, but it is one of my favorite double IPAs, and it was also largely the inspiration for the body of Judgmental Dick when we brewed that.
Oh,
The body.
It was by far, yeah, because this one has a proverbial shit ton of honey in it, as did JD.
So if
Although
that was the
JD only
inspiration
clocked
for
in at 8.
only, what a good beer that was. So if that's the body of JD, I wonder what the head of JD is, or the feet of JD. Anywho,
you was way down that one. I love it.
woo, I was. I'm off book. I'm going with wine tonight. I'm going with, so Hop Slam, of course, we know is made by Bell's. Bell's is out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. I am also going with a Michigan-based product. I'm going with an unoaked Chardonnay by Good Harbor. This is delicious. I prefer my Chardonnays without trees and or sticks of butter. So when I am picking a Chard, it is always unoaked, which means it can be aged in like very neutral wood that has no characteristic, or it can be aged in stainless fermenters, and it brings out a little bit of the citrus characteristic from the grape. Really, really nice. Again, you can keep, like, trees belong outside; they don't belong in my glass, and that's where I land on Chardonnay.
You know what? Before we jump in, though, okay, so you don't like the trees, you don't like the sticks, then, so you're not an IPA person then at that point. So that pine,
But I am.
that kind of grass, okay, huh?
So, okay, here's where I land with IPAs and wines and things like that, because I don't love oak in my wines, but I do love them in an aged beer, right? If you tell me something sat in an oak footer, I'm like, can I dive in? Like, is that swimmable? I mean, and the same thing with any hoppy beer, because I appreciate the characteristic of the hop, just like we appreciate, the viticulture and the appellation of a grape, because they're all bringing something different, right? Like, Azaka smells like pineapple and mango, and like Barbe Rouge, that hop smells like strawberries. So even if you're bringing the outdoors in that way, what?
Rouge.
I was gonna
Who
say
busts
I
out
didn't want to
Bar
say it.
Brews?
That was outstanding. Seriously, taking it from that end. You know, just Catherine, keep in mind, you put the two of us on the same call at the same time.
I know.
So
I'm
Bar
well aware of
Brews
the
means
choice that I
red
made.
beers.
I
our
made
roots.
choices. I made choices and I stick by them. So that's what I'm saying about that. I could talk forever about like different hops, different flavors, different profiles and all of that stuff because I think it's
100%.
super interesting. So, all right, so we've gone through what we're drinking. Good job. Ray, you are going to walk us through why we are here. What are we doing here?
All right, happy to. All right, so not too long ago, I came across a video. Some cats that were talking about drafting beers. And at first, my mind went to, oh, okay, it's my favorite beer. Sure, I love an off color Apex Predator. I love this other beer, whatever. But this was different. Instead, the idea behind it was to choose your favorite situational beer, meaning what time of the day, what is going on, what are you experiencing, why are you there? What is it that makes it an interesting beer for you? It doesn't matter what you're drinking. Hell, it could be a freaking old style for all I care. But if that old style has some meaning to you, you know what I mean? Some cats might say the first beer that I stole from my mom or my dad's refrigerator. Boom, there you go. That might be one of your top fives, right? Exactly. Because that brings back a memory. It doesn't have to be the greatest whatever, but it is a freaking memory. But see, just even saying something like that, you see, Chris's response, that's exactly what you want to look for in this.
I'm
So
literally digging
putting it,
for a pen in a wicker desk right now.
there it is. Right. I mean, hey, the wicker pen, that could be a movie. We have to write that down. So you look
You're
at it
not
like
wrong.
that. And the idea is if we set it up as a draft where each of us will go down the line, right? So we're going to have 5 rounds because each of us are going to have 5 of these beers. And if somebody chooses your situational beer, you got to pivot, just like as if you were in a draft. So let's say your first beer was the first beer I stole from my dad's refrigerator, and somebody jacks it. Well, now you got to come up with something else or pick your second one. If it were me, I might have written down a couple two tree because by the time I get halfway through the beer, I don't know if I'll remember all of them. And then I'll have to just make shit up as we go along. There it is. There you go. Because someone I know likes to write lists. I'm just saying.
Is it your wife?
No, no. Well, yeah, yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with
Is
yes.
it
She
is
writes
it
list.
is it his wife?
Definitely his wife. That one. 100%.
Certainly
This
not
There
me.
we
sounds
are.
So
So
this sounds great. I'm excited to do this. So guiding us through, are we starting from 5 and working to 1 or are we
no,
ranking
it
in
starts
terms of
right at
like
your number one,
awesomeness
right?
too?
Exactly. So look at it like this. From the standpoint of you choosing, it's just like a draft in, say, football or baseball, right? So whoever the number one recruit is out there, whoever's the number one recruit. So
Joe
let's
Burrow.
do this. Let's I'll give it to you. I'll give it to
No.
you. But I mean, I don't know. Caleb Williams, come on now,
Joe
buddy.
Burrow.
He's got
But
good
it was
hair.
a really
He's
good
got
catch. It
good
was
hair.
a really good catch. And then it was a really bad throw. And then it was like, okay.
Things happen. That's the beauty of sports. It's any given Sunday. So what we'll do is this. Everybody, let's start like this. We'll decide what our draft order is based on the month that our mothers were born. So my mother is September, so that puts me at 9. Can anybody be at 9?
Yeah, January.
All right. Well, I feel like Chris might win there. So, and we know the Barb, the all talented Barb, when the she. I'm assuming you're in
Yeah,
the middle here.
Barb is May.
There you go. A great month. A great month, by the way, Barb. Right there with you. With you, my
Yes.
friend. All right. So then that's how we'll lead the charge here. Chris goes first. Catherine, you go second. I go third, and then it snakes back. All right. So Chris goes first. Catherine goes second. I go third. Then I go fourth. Then Kat goes fifth, and then Chris, and then we go back again. You get it?
We're
It's
going
a
to snake
snake
style.
trap.
All right. Gotcha.
Okay.
Snake style.
And the whole point is to see if anybody's got your beers.
And that's the thing about it. It could be.
Okay.
You never know, right? So we open up the 2026 beer draft with Katherine and Chris here on Everyday with Kay. I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you very much for coming out. We'd like to thank our sponsors for today. Hugo, of course, sitting in the back sleeping and snoring, and young Shui over here doing the exact same thing. because who knows? Every day is a sleepy day for a pet.
This is very true. All
All
right,
right,
man.
Chris, you are now on the clock, sir. What is your best situational beer? Now, when you give it to us, though, sir, tell us why. Give a story. Let us know.
Hmm.
S- So I think this is probably a little bit unfair, but I would say I'm going to go with my number one situational beer is when you as a brewer first taste the finished beer you did, and it is exactly what you had hoped it would be, regardless of the beer or the style. But like when it's done and you're like, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm talking about. And that's regardless of whether you're brewing at home, commercially, or anywhere in between. I mean, like, I think that's when you got the finished product of something you made and you're like super pleased with it. I think that's it's hard to beat that.
See, and that's perfect. I knew you guys were going to come with. I knew I had to stay away from anything brewery related. I knew that one was coming up that way. So I'm like, I already know who I'm going up against, no matter where I landed.
Okay. But goddamn,
He's coming out
It's
hot. He's coming out
it's a good
so
hot.
thing
There you
she's not
go.
competitive.
it's so rude that we both had. That's fine. I have a pivot though to that one.
There it is.
Okay.
See? I like it.
So I know which ones of mine are not gonna get like drafted by others, so I'm gonna save those. But I'm also gonna go with something that is a little niche. Um, one of the very best beers, situational beers, is the canning day beers. Where like if the can when you're canning sometimes, and if the can doesn't fill up all the way, or like you have to change something or pause, you might have like little half beers, like in unsealed, just blank aluminum cans. Those are great. They're so good. They're so good because you're like, oh, this is like, I know I tasted it yesterday off of the fermenter, but now it's different because it's like off of this machine, and it's just like brilliant. It's
That
brilliant.
makes sense. That makes total
Yeah.
sense because it changes the state of mind. Hence the reason why when you put a situational beer out there, right? Again, it could be an old style, but it depends when you had it. So there you go. All right. So
Doesn't
I'm going to
hurt that it's
break
also
up.
about 9 in the morning when that's happening.
Every now and again, it happens. I'm just saying. You can't be mad at that. I have one for the 9 a.m. beer for that one coming up on the line. Okay, so my first round pick for situational beer, this one goes back to all the way back since I was a kid. Not that I drank it, maybe I did. The ballpark beer, but but with a Polish, grilled onions, and mustard. It is the first beer at the park, summer, the sun's hitting, you got there, you smell everything else, you make a beeline straight for that beer, straight for that Polish, and you grab it, you go sit down, maybe you get there in time for the national anthem, you hope you do, and you're standing there with both of these things in your hand, and then you jump in. And it is the best smell, and it is the crispest beer in that moment. It is just so just it's one of the best things ever as far as I'm concerned when it comes down to it. So that's my number one right there.
I knew. This morning I woke up and I knew that you were gonna have something ballpark related. And the description of that has now made me ache for my beloved city, which whatever, 10 days. It's fine, but like it has made my heart ache for that even more. That's
See?
awesome.
And that's what it does. There it goes. Okay. Now I have a good follow up with that one too. All right. This one is kind of going back to the 9 a.m. beer. This is the Lazy River beer. All right. You were out drinking the night before with your friends. You wake up in the morning. Now you could have water and you probably should. And you do have a coffee because coffee. But now you need a nice, easy sipping beer while you're just floating down the river, doing absolutely nothing, telling stupid jokes, making fun of each other. And it's something you can sip for the next 4 hours. And it's not too expensive because you know you're gonna lose about three or four of them because you're stupid and we're guys, and that's just how it goes. And it doesn't matter what it's for. Bachelor party, birthday party, Saturday afternoon, whatever the hell it is. Lazy River beer. Boom. There you go.
That's a really good one because that reminds me of that exact day with a couple of buddies, long time friends of mine. This is a long time ago now we did this, but just like tubing on some random river down in Austin, Texas, and it was just like just shooting the shit and just like cruising down the river, just throwing back shiners.
There you go.
Oh,
See,
Yeah.
and a Shiner, that's a great beer for that. We
it's a
did,
great beer.
oh, what was it? We were Founders all day IPA because we were
Yeah.
up in Michigan. So we went to Founders and then we were down the river there. So we were doing the all day IPA. 4% some change. Oh, so I stayed.
Oh yeah,
So
for
That's
sure.
the
there you
thing.
go.
Is that when you figure out that you can clock these beers and then you're 3.5. I was wondering, Christopher, if you were like, I am familiar with this story. Shouts to Jeff, shouts to Brian, shouts to Jeff's wallet. Brian's wallet.
Right. So
No,
Shouts to that Brian's wallet. It fell into the
Brian-
river. It's fine.
Brian's wallet was in Portland. This was in Austin.
He loses something on every trip. It's fine.
Don't
We
tell
love
Jeff.
you.
Don't tell Jeff.
We love you, Brian. We love you, and all of the things about you. Which is not the point. The point is, I thought you were going to go with Lone. I thought I was when you were telling that. I was like, I wonder if it was Shiner or Lone Star.
It might have been both.
Oh, yeah, it's a nice combination. Okay, so then wait, who's up?
Catherine, you're up.
You are.
I'm up. Okay, so now I'm not picking one in terms of awesomeness. I'm just picking the next one on my list, right?
No, you can do whatever you want. It's up to you because you're
Lovely.
drafting
Okay,
the way
great.
you think is the rest of the draft.
Yes. Okay. So I loved for many, many years the teacher-specific Friday happy hour. Like the
There you go.
Friday, school gets out 3:30, hit the bar. And it's like not only divine memories, but there was a year when my teacher husband, my work hubs, like made a list of every single bar in Forest Park. And the goal that school year was to have happy hour every Friday at a different bar and then just repeat the list. And it just, the happy hour, like the 4:15 beer after a week with fifth graders, dude.
Right?
Whew. I
Now, see?
mean, yeah,
There
Yeah.
it is. There it is.
that's some,
I've never been a teacher. And that makes total freaking sense to me. After a week with fifth graders, I feel like just keep them coming.
I gotta tell you, you're an adult in the current world, which means that you probably feel like you're dealing with children all the time because a lot of the world is acting like children. So it's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
All right, Chris, you got the next two, my friend.
Ooh, next two. All right, so the first one I'm going to go with is the post-endurance event beer. Oh, and put it in context. It's like I can still remember like the first beer I had after the one and only half Ironman I did. I can tell you it was a two-hearted IPA at Stray Dog here in New Buffalo after we drove back down from St. Joe Benton Harbor. And like kind of circling back to Austin, Katherine and I ran the half marathon there in the morning. Then Katherine and I stood in line at Franklin for like 3 hours with Shiners and Lone Stars, waiting to get barbecue. And then like the other context of that is when Cam and I did our glorious 50 miles on the Appalachian Trail this past September, like just like slugging out those last couple miles, getting to camp or to the lodge and just knowing like there was beer available there. And like as soon as a much legally required shower was completed, then we could go get a nice couple of pints to try and numb some of the complete stiff and soreness that was going on. So I think those are always good ones. Like I can't do like one like right after I'm done. Like I never understood like after a marathon people were like and they're like little foil wraps like slamming a goose eye. I'm like, I would throw up so fast your head would spin. Like I can barely walk, let alone that. But like an hour later, sure. But those type of like yes, like did that thing. I'm content, and now I can have my carbohydrate recovery in hoppy form.
So
I like that.
I'm gonna. Will you sip on your hop slam? First of all, the Valos really like long distance things, which is whatever. We really enjoy long distance things. But there was a rule in the house years ago. Also, it's funny that you brought this up because I also thought about this one, but I did not put it on my actual list. So good job. But I thought about endurance events. But there was a rule in the house that was like, if you finish something big, you get the biggest, baddest ass burger and fries and the shake and the Coke and the beer and the bloody, you get whatever you want. After you finish the thing, whatever you want. And that was always like the rule in the house. And as a side note and a public service announcement to everyone, it wasn't that we earned our treat. It's that we were hungry and needed food. For everyone that thinks that food is a reward, it is not. We weren't being rewarded by food.
Right? Why can't it be both?
I mean, I like a little treat. I love a little treat. But I don't love the mental thing of like, you've got to earn a meal. Like, fuck off. There it is. There's our first one. Woo!
I got up and out of bed today without my knees creaking. Pour me a beer, damn it.
Ray, you're still in bed and your knees haven't hit the floor yet. Yeah, well, still, it's close enough.
But I am flat.
Details.
I'm not going to get bogged down in your technicalities.
All right, you have the second because we're snaking. You have another one.
Yeah. I do. So my next one is going to be what I would call like the reunion beer. Like when you first get together with people you haven't seen in a while, and like whether it's been, long distance friends or whatever, and you finally get to like reconvene in person and sit down and like pound 1 or 20 beers or whatever you're into. Maybe not 20, but
that's a good one. And I had that on my list.
But yeah, I mean, I think that for me, that's always like a good one because it's like those rare opportunities with the way life is and the distance that people are apart is when you can actually get together with folk and like sit down and like catch up and do those things. Yeah. So that's a simple one, but I think that's a highlight.
It is. That one hits, and it hits really well. I like that. I like that a lot.
And that reunion beer can last 3 to 4 days while you're together with those people.
100%.
Wait. Ray.
Yes.
You and Christopher and I can enjoy that very situational beer very soon.
Imagine that. When these things collide, worlds collide. I love it. I love it when a plan comes together.
All right. That was a good one.
With that said, all right. So I'm up here. No, you're up here. Oh my goodness.
No, you're up here.
All right.
K-Dog.
I know.
Well, yeah, it's a sports thing. It's a sports thing. So your moniker now is K-Dog. So there you go.
To be fair, it ain't the first time. It ain't gonna be the last. It's just like how Jess is. That's 100% real. He's called me K-Dog for most of my existence, but it's just like how Jess is J Money. She's never not going to be J Money. That's just her thing. All right, mine. Right. I have an at the source, and now I'm going to go beyond beer on this one, just as like drink in general. So one of my favorite situational adult bevies is an at the source, right? So like you're at the brewery that made it, you're at the winery that made it, you're at the distillery that distilled it. Like you are at the source. You can see where the actual craft happened. And I feel like the reason that's such a good one is because for a lot of folks, they don't get that like the stuff you drink doesn't happen overnight. I've said it so many times, there is not a booze fairy we all wish there were. There is not a booze fairy that comes down and is like, beer. No, like it takes time and it takes skill. And when you can go to the source and you see it and it's right there, I think that's for me, that's a very special situational like drink.
100%. And see, that's one I had on my list. I word it a little bit differently, but for me, it's when you walk into the brewery and it's the first beer you have at your local spot and it's something brand new and the brewer says, you got to try this. That's what I mean right there. You got to try this. It's the first thing you drink when you walk through that door that day. It doesn't matter what kind of day you had, because that brewer, that owner is proud of what it is and wants to share that with you. I get that.
Make me
you
cry.
You stole one from me, Katherine. You stole one from me.
Woo, 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 woo.
You got me. All right. That's okay. It's okay. Because I got a specialty one for me because this is a little niche. with my newfound, my newfound talents and everything here in Forest Park, of course.
Is it? Never mind.
Go ahead. Ask the question.
Nope.
Ask the question.
Nope.
Is it?
Is it bocce related? Is it bocce
It is a
related?
bocce. It is the bocce beer. It is the bocce beer. Throwing in hot. Bocce beer is very important. Let me explain why. For those of you who don't know how this game happens, now I don't know if that's how it is out in the Olympics or the circuit out there. What I do know is that here in Westside Bocce over at Roberts Westside in Forest Park, Illinois, when you are botching, you must hold your beer in your non-dominant hand. It's really for balance and grace, is what I look at it as. Okay. When I had an ankle injury, it was the beer that saved me from falling over because it made sure that it compensated for that leg being down. It's science. And who am I to fight with science? Okay. I'm just saying. But the bocce beer is something else. And it could be whatever you feel like that day. And lo and behold, they have a bunch of really good local drafts that are there for all of us.
I'm going to share this with you, and it's going to be something that when I edit, the little editor thing is going to come up and say, it sounds like this was a private conversation. Are you sure you want to include it? And I'm going to say, recently, having looked at the posts of Westside Bocce, which you are in, I said audibly to the person also on the screen / across from me at the time, like, I can't wait to join Bocce. But I forgot that you've got to hold on to your bevy.
It's true.
I can confirm
true.
part of that.
There you go. And I will say this: the bevy of choice for the summer for a lot of people was the spaghetti. Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah.
And it still carries on. I had never heard of it. Apparently, it's a Baltimore thing. I don't know. And for those that love it, or those that love it,
Shut your mouth.
Sorry about that, Chris. Chris.
No. Shut your filthy mouth. It's Aperol and a Miller Lite. Like, Aperol is delicious.
High Life. Right. The Aperol and the High Life.
I'm sorry, High Life. What?
It's the Ravens. Oh, I knew where he was going with that. He's talking about the Baltimore Ravens. He's talking about Lamar Jackson and the crew.
I thought you were anti-Aperol.
No, just anti-Raven.
Anti-Ravens. It's okay. It's all right.
Nobody's anti-Aperol in this house.
Although, admittedly, that is a sweet team name with an awesome literary reference. So, I mean, got to give them that.
There it is. See? I respect it. All right. Got my bocce beer up in that one. All right. Next up. So this will be, where we got? This will be my fourth one. So coming back. All right.
Are you writing this? I have lost count of where we are in the snake. Are you are keeping track?
This will be my
beginning around 4.
Yeah, beginning around 4. Here we go. All right. This one. Oof. See, I got 2 that I really like here. No, I'm gonna go with this one because I'm a cook. I love to cook. For me, it's the beer that I'm using to marinate the arrachera before that goes on the grill. So I will put half of that beer. Doesn't matter what that beer is. And I'm not going to use it all because the chef has to have some as well. And it just tastes so good because you can smell the fire going outside. And you smell the cloves of garlic. And I smell the cilantro and the lime. And then you see the bubbles of the beer once you pour it on that steak. And you're sitting there and be like, all right, one for me real quick. And then a little bit more on top because it's going to marry so well with the next beer you have out there. But that beer alone, mwah, chef's kiss.
I love this. I thought about, it's a really good one. Because you know what else I thought about, Christopher? It's so weird that we're like down the hall from each other. What else I thought about, like going back to Ray's cooking beer, I thought about like the smoking beers.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you do a brisket and it's like 10, but you've already been smoking it for 4 hours, like the 10 a.m. brisket beer makes total sense in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Or the concept of like the grilling beer. Like, well, if you're grilling, you got to have a beer with that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it's state law.
Compete. It is. We used to compete doing barbecue competitions years ago. And you'd have to have like a case of beer because you got 3 or 4 people with you. And if you run out of beer, what are we going to do? What, go to bed? No, you can't. You have to stay up and
to
watch
each other.
Exactly. That's not going to happen. Come on.
What are we going to share our feelings?
Share our feelings. Maybe once we break out the Jack Daniels. Who knows? I know. I'm not proud of
Pass.
everything I've done.
Nobody is.
Choices were made.
Choices were made. I like that one.
Choices
I
were
like
made.
that one a lot. That is a really, really good one. That's a good one.
Awesome. All right, you're up, Katherine.
Okay. My next situation is my favorite. It is my favorite cultural experience when you are in the right place for it. And it is my favorite meal of any meal out there in the world. And that is the brunch beverage. There is, I'm going to hold it open. It can be a Mimi. It could be a beer mosa. It could be a bloody. It could be a little Aperol spritz. Because again, as we've established, nobody is against Aperol in this house.
We're all good.
But I learned this more I learned it more acutely when we were in Florida because I didn't think it wasn't a thing everywhere. Like brunch culture in Chicago, and I use Chicago as an umbrella to include the suburbs because it's a wide-reaching thing. Brunch culture in Chicago is real. Like, you plan to go
100%.
to brunch. It is a thing. You are not going to breakfast. You are not eating your eggs quickly. You are not dining and you are not doing any of those things. You are going and you are sitting and you are cocktailing and you are ordering a cinnamon roll for the table to share. And then you're having your eggs. And then maybe you feel like a shared pancake at the end. Like, brunch is an event. And you can
100%.
still be in sweats and go to brunch. Or you
Yes.
can be fancy and go to brunch.
Absolutely.
Either way, like brunch culture is very, very real. And I'm going to say this with every ounce of my person. When brunch culture is stripped away from you and nobody has brunch, you just want to cry a lot on Sundays.
Animals. How do they not brunch?
I
How do they
don't
not
know.
brunch?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's so strange that like you could go somewhere and not have brunch options. Excuse me, I understand that this is such a first world stupid old white lady problem. I get it, but I also will embrace that it is a first world stupid old white lady problem. I was just like,
Girl,
where's my
please.
brunch? I'm sad.
I'm right there with you, and I'm a brown guy. All right, so trust me when I say this. I don't wake up early, so brunch is perfect for a guy like me. Jovan likes to eat early-ish, and she likes sweet. I like savory. What is brunch? Sweet and savory. When is it? Later on in the morning, so that way it accommodates everybody and everyone's happy. Do I get a beverage? Absolutely. Can I have a beer? You're damn right I can. And maybe I throw some tomato juice inside of that, and now it's vegetables and fruit, and I'm being healthy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that lycopene isn't going to ingest itself, so,
Yeah. What is that?
lycopene. Tomato juice is chock full of it. Yeah, what
Yeah,
that guy said.
I just want to make sure that you knew what you were saying, because
Oh, yeah. I read a label once.
Lycopene,
Once.
lycopene is actually really good for you.
It
like
is.
tomato juice is good for you.
For
I love me some
3,000
tomato
milligrams of sodium, not so much, but, what are you going to do?
That's true. That's true. That's why I got to make your own. There it is.
Yeah.
Tomato, clamato.
Tomato. Oh, good Lord. Oh, we
Mwah.
went there on that one. Okay. There's again, that's a choice. That's a choice.
I'm going to say this with clamato.
It's delicious.
Clamato, calm down. You have a problem with salty beverages. You have a problem and you need to seek some kind of help for that. What I was going to say with clamato is this. It makes a damn good michelada.
It does.
That's fair. That's fair. And I love clams. Don't get me wrong. It's the idea of mixing them together. And for some
Is
reason,
it the
I don't
idea
know
of
why.
a juiced clam?
I don't know why that makes right. I love Chipito. And that's all I'm drinking basically at that point. It's tomato juice and fish sauces. I don't get this. I don't understand me. You know what?
I mean, it's
My
just a
mom told me that
briny
this would
clam
happen.
liquid, so, I mean, it's just briny.
Right. And at
Okay.
that point, isn't that just called liquor? Right? They put was it when you have it inside the clam or the oyster?
Yeah,
It's just
they
a
do
liquor,
yeah.
right? There you go.
Yeah,
So look at that.
it's
Boom.
just
We're
it's
bringing knowledge across the world, not only about beers
Yeah.
and situations,
Oh my
but
god.
lycopene and clam juice.
Well, I mean,
Nice.
brewing water is just called liquor, too. Your hot liquor tank and your cold liquor tank, so there you go.
That's
I
right. The
feel like
more
we
you
need-
know.
I was just gonna say we need a star wipe right here.
Everyone needs a star wipe in their life.
I don't know how to do that yet. I'll figure it out. Maybe.
There you go. We
All
got
right.
time.
Sorry.
All right, Chris, you're up, my man. You got the last two, or you got the next two, I should say.
I'll get my next two. All right. So first one is, so a lot of the context of the beers we've talked about so far have been jovial. So I'm gonna go kind of opposite and say like your post shit day beer or drink, whatever it is. What your post shit day beverage when you've just had like an absolutely miserable son of a bitch kind of a day where it's finally over and you're like, okay, the bombs have stopped going off and I get 5 minutes of quiet. Like that's a good one because sometimes you just need that, and it's, there's a lot of happy occasions to have those beverages, and sometimes just like, all right, I need something to like, take 5% off the top and bring it down to a simmer. Well, look, go from a rolling boil to about a low simmer, and those can be really good beers or beverages, whatever we're talking, like whatever context you want.
Please, I was just gonna say, I think given the day that you're not like, if you really want a shit day bev, you're gonna make yourself a garbage old fashioned, and we're calling it garbage because it includes the things that an old fashioned has, but they're like from the pantry. It's not like there's not a considerate, thoughtful mix. It's like bourbon, cherry juice, bitters, ice, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I mean,
Pretty close.
Nobody's ever handled.
That's right there. That bottom shelf right there. That's the rough day. See, that's the one right there that you got. That's the bourbon. That's the whiskey cabinet right there. Up top are like the cordials and the other things of that nature. Behind me here, you got some gins, the tequilas, and other things that people have left over at the house. And bitters. Always got to have the bitters. So I like that. That's a great one. That was on my list as well. I've had it with this day beer. The hell with it.
Okay.
All right. Excellent.
So now for the fifth one, we've kind of covered a lot of the ground that I would cover.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of tough because I think I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna deviate from beer, and I'm gonna go with like, this isn't really gonna fit with the mold, but like the contextual.
Use your list.
I've used my list. We've exhausted the list. So like if it's a beer, can't
just
pass.
Make it a beverage.
So
make it a beverage.
Make it a beverage.
Any bev.
I'm gonna have to go with like. Here's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with. It's very specific. A shitty, like, very old fashioned, like you would get at the Golden Steer, because what I was gonna say was like what I'd be nostalgic about is like the specific like leftover watered down like fruit flavor from an old fashioned, because it reminds me of my dad. But like, so that's why that's like I know we're getting off track, but like that's like that would be like a nostalgic thing would be something like an old fashioned, specifically a good one, great. Like shitty one, even better, because my dad drank Cuddy Sark old fashions, which in and of itself I believe is now a Class 3 felony. So, because who doesn't love a blended Scotch whiskey old fashioned? But I always got like the muddled fruit at the bottom when they weren't looking. So that was like my first like early introduction to anything that had like any type of alcohol flavor. So that old fashioned is my favorite cocktail, and there's always a component of that's like got some family nostalgia in it. So I kind of ran out of beer. I'm like, so, but that's, if you're in the spirit or in the beverage world, like that's a good solid. That's who I am. That's where I live. Not in the Cuddy Sark brand, because that's real weird. I never understood that part. But
I am watery fruit.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, that's my five.
Fruit. It's watery fruit, but it's still got substance. That's
Mm-hmm.
the beauty part of it right there. It's still got the, and I feel that. I used to go to this bar with my sisters, his sister-in-law. Anyway, it was a bunch of people getting drunk, and all I would do was eat the damn fruit.
Yeah.
And that's all I could do. That's all you can do. But that memory never leaves. Never leaves.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
It's like that's like the distinct flavor of like bitter sugar and toxic red maraschino.
Red dye number 6.
Oh my
Maha.
lord. There
Get
you
rid
go.
of
Look,
it.
see? This is what y'all like what? What? What you got?
No, it's just the
Well, you
scarf is working right now for this.
Love
But
it.
also never Maha. So like get the hell out of here with my own self. When I was like red dye number 6 Maha. Like no. Ingest it into my veins. That's why my brain is messed up already. It's fine.
Not at all.
enjoy your measles.
It's perfectly mellowed. Perfectly mellowed at this point. All right.
Where
Number
is the
5 for
pickles?
you, Katherine.
Okay. So Christopher had a very good nostalgic memory. I'm gonna go with I have one in the can if there's like a bonus round. And that was really good. Now, the beauty of this, doing it with you two, and I'm not saying that you guys don't do this. Maybe you do this. I do this religiously. And you can pry this drink from my cold, dead hands. My no, like my favorite, one of my favorite glasses of wine, situationally, is my getting ready glass. And it is when there is like, look at this one's face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. There's like some, you're going out, could be with the girlfriends, could be with the partner, whatever, don't care. Could be nothing, could be something. But like, I have always found an entire like realm of just like delight in, I'm out of the shower, like I don't have my full outfit on, not even a little, but I got a big ass cold glass of wine, and I'm gonna sip on it and get the face on and get the clothes on and get. There are occasions where this is not
Yeah.
actually a thing. There are times when it's done. Today is not that day.
Help me, Obi-Wan.
What?
He said you look beautiful.
Yeah, I did. I've been around. Please, it's been a lot of years.
Better go warm up the car. That's where I'm sleeping tonight.
I know what I. Your tits.
Oh,
Anyway, your tits. The point
this
is,
great.
the getting ready glass is one of my favorites. It's one of my to the point, and this is so dumb, but as long as we're telling stories situationally about things, like I love my getting ready glass of wine. And then I won't have anything until like we go out or whatever, but like I want that one during all of the things. Because sometimes it is a process and it takes a minute. But I love it so much that I actually created like an entire Instagram hashtag that I've had for probably 12 to 13 years of pictures of my getting ready drink with the shoes I'm wearing for that night. And it brings me an absolutely like incalculatable amount of joy. It is so stupid that I get so excited when I'm like, ooh, I'm out of the shower, I get my cold wine, and I get to like take a minute and put a face on.
That's huge. That's context. I didn't know that's why you did it. I thought that was just you being you. That was cool. I thought that was awesome. Hey, here are my shoes. Here's the wine I'm drinking. That's what I'm doing. That's awesome.
Shoes and drinks series, baby.
See, my shoes are pretty standard. Nothing special about them. And a drink is probably whatever is in that cabinet right there, 9 times out of 10. Unless, of course, we be drinking beer all night. And then,
Okay, I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you right now.
please
And
do.
it's gonna be challenged to the public for all 10 people that watch this. It's gonna be challenged
Oh,
to the
dear.
public. Let's hope it's more than 10. We're really trying to get this to move. My challenge to you is this. Now, since hearing the story and since hearing that that's where shoes and drinks came from, I challenge you to at some point get ready to do a thing. And then you have to position your drink gingerly within your footwear. You must post it. You must tag the show.
I can do that.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Challenge
I can't wait.
accepted. And I know which shoes I'm going to
Fabulous.
wear. I got this.
I hope
already
that
got it.
they're like bocce shoes.
Ooh, damn, I don't know if there's bocce shoes. There are. I used to play broom ball, which if you never played broom ball before, they have shoes
Ex
specifically for broom ball.
I did not. I went to our college was. I mean, well, I don't know if it was famous for broom ball, but we played a lot of broom ball at like late at night because that's when the ice rink was available. Oh man. Oh, my hammies, so pulled. And I was not the picture of health that I was now back then. That was like, oh, that was back in the 2 packs a day
Oh,
stage of life.
dude.
And like, when the Taco Bell combo meal was a healthy light lunch and Mountain Dew was a healthy breakfast. So, oh boy,
I
There's a
cannot.
lot to say.
that was pre-K even. So
That
Oh,
was also DK.
was
Again,
it her
for the
last year?
second
Okay,
time.
yeah, all right,
Calm
yeah.
your tits.
All right, all right, all right.
wow.
Broom ball is fantastic.
Oh, loved broom ball. I made sure I was the goalie, so I didn't have to worry about my hammies. I'm like, I'm gonna
Smart
stay
man.
put. Here we go. I've always been this size of a guy, so it just made more sense. But at the same time, some of the best fun. And I was the Zamboni driver, so if I was the one closing that night, we could
What?
stay. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, I used to
No.
drive the Zamboni. I drove the Zamboni down to U of I. Best, like that was my job for 4 years down there. It was unbelievable. Greatest job ever.
That's so cool.
Right? I'm telling you. Never paid for a beer that my senior year. It was actually pretty cool.
I would hope not. No.
All right.
All right. My
So
list is done. I'm exhausted.
there it is. All right. So I got the fifth one here. Now this one, we're gonna take it there, and I'm actually glad that this is the last one we'll roll with. Okay. This one kind of going the same thing. We've been very, a lot of levity and everything with that one, but this one hit me kind of hard. This one kind of reminded me of somebody. This situational beer is the last beer you share with someone that's
Eh,
close, but you didn't know in that moment that it was the
Oh,
last one you were gonna have. You had no idea in that moment that that was the last time you will raise that glass of that particular beer with them, and that one will now stay with you forever.
whoa.
And it is beautiful,
Yeah.
and it hurts, and it makes you smile and cry all at the same time, and it brings back every other memory under the sun. But and again, it doesn't have to be the greatest beer in the world, but it is the greatest situational beer you're gonna have that day.
And I think what's interesting about that is that it doesn't necessarily mean that the person has deceased. You could just not be with that. You could not be in contact or have that person in your life any longer. And you just
Anymore.
wait a no. Raymond
I did it.
Tiffany Amber Rosa. That's your new name. Um,
Creativity. I like it. I
you're
like it.
welcome. You're welcome.
Eh,
Everyone that
oh,
means
thank you.
anything to me gets Tiffany Amber as a middle name.
I
And
dig it.
that's for real. That's real. Like
Does
when
it
I
come with
call
like a
people,
guest spot on a Saved by the Bell?
nobody's given you,
I didn't
nobody
see
has
that.
talked. Listen, you've never
It's
been
the
Tiffany Amber.
Kapowski. Tiffany Amber. Yeah, exactly. I just got Kapowski. That's what it was. I just got Kapowski.
I'm going to call it that.
The
I'm going to
old
call it that.
Kapowskis.
The old Kapowski.
But I don't mean to make light of it. I think that's like such a,
No, that's a good one.
No, it
it's
should
so
be.
good.
It should be made. I mean, we make light of it because it should be, right? It's that, damn, I didn't realize it was going to be the last one, but you know what? I had a great fucking time in that moment. In that moment, we told a stupid ass joke and we laughed, and we probably made somebody laugh near us, and they looked at us funny because we did some stupid shit. And maybe we don't talk anymore for whatever the hell the reason is, but in that moment, it was right. It was perfect. And there it is.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Hey, if I'm gonna say let's do something like this, man, I gotta bring it. But you know, I think that's how it was, and that's the beauty of what I was hoping that this draft would be. It was exactly this. It told the stories. It helped us to just kind of get to know each other better. For other people to get to know us that way. I mean, shit, we could do this with anything, but this is a
I
great
got
way
to
to
tell
go
you,
about it.
everybody, Every Day with K is now brought to you by Every Day with Ray. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Hey,
Um,
I'm just here to help lift people up, man. Hey,
it's
Catherine, what you
don't
do
we
is
know it?
awesome.
Cray.
So here's what I'm wondering: do we have time for a? I mean, we do because it's my show and I'm editing it.
There you go.
Do we have time for a bonus round? Does anyone have anything left on their list? Because I thought of one, but I can save it. Probably not. I'll forget it the minute we hang up. But like, do we have a bonus round?
I think this is good. I'd like to say that this would be the one that doesn't make it up to the major leagues for us, but would go down into the minors and will work its way up into the top later on down the line in the season. It's the minor
Sport.
league drafts. Minor league, yeah, sports ball. Exactly. I got you. I got you, girl.
Sport. All right. Well,
Sport
here's
ball.
my one that didn't make the
Hmm.
list, but it happened with both your story, Raymond, Tiffany, Amorosa, and it happened with your story, Watery Fruit. And that's
I am watery
that-
fruit.
I am. Tiffany Amber, pleasure to meet you.
what's up, hey? So I was thinking, as you were talking about this, I was like, oh my God, that was such a good, like, that was a good situation. And it's the learning to drink beer or the learning to drink anything, beverage of any kind. When you like, okay, so for me, I was, shout out to the Seahole Maples. I learned to drink because you have, like, first of all, I have two thoughts on this. The first one is when you are of an age where you want to start to figure that part out, because like some do and some don't, and that's fine, whatever. But like I wanted to figure it out, and I did. But the way I did it was slow and methodical, and it wasn't stupid. Or like, I shouldn't say stupid. It wasn't a reckless choice. I was like, I need to learn how to drink because people around me, because I hang out with some older people and they are drinking and I want to know how, but I don't want to be unsafe. And that was like a big thing in my high school brain, right? Which truly has stuck with me this whole time. Like, there's a thing about being super tips in public that I do not generally subscribe to because I always want to be able to get home. I'll get tips at home, but like the learning to drink beverage and mine, hold on to your butts. So I cut my teeth on Crystal Light and vodka. And
I'm sorry, what now?
Crystal Light, like the sugar packet,
Oh,
put in,
girl, yep.
put into like a fifth of probably Stoli from the bottom shelf.
Oh,
And, you know-
Stoli. Oh, you were fancy. She was fancy, Chris.
Please.
She
Yeah,
had
some of
Stoli.
us were relegated to Zima, so you know
Zima.
That's your own choice.
it's different.
Different. No, he
Oh my
didn't.
God.
Yes, he
Thanks
did.
everybody for tuning in.
They sure did.
Yeah, like I was Crystal Light and vodka and was told by the human person that I was with at the time that the Crystal Light would make the vodka not smell and I couldn't taste it and therefore I wouldn't ever get drunk. And I was like, okay,
Well, that's a lie.
all right. Okay. Yeah, it was a big lie.
2 plus
was a
3 equals
huge lie.
chair.
Huge lie, huge lie, huge lie. But that was an important moment of like, I want to know how to do this because I don't want to be stupid about it. And I don't want to get into trouble down the road. So it was like, how can I have some of this, but not all of this? And like learn what my body feels like. I learned to drink very methodically, like purely by choice. Because I was already worried about, I have a neuroatypical brain and I was already concerned about like what would happen to my brain if a chemical substance got in there. Like, would I lose my shit all over the place or would I be okay? So like that for me was one of those, like, I need to learn how to do this and make sure that I am safe and not like out of control or whatever. Like these other fools I'm driving around because I was always the driver. Like, how many people can I fit into my cabriolet? You're welcome. Her
I mean,
name
as
was
long as you have the
Bianca.
Crystal Light with the vodka, you won't get drunk, so you can definitely drive people around then.
100%, right. And you can't smell the vodka. So, I mean, at that point in time,
So,
it never
I
happened.
can't. You know, the individual that told me this is now deceased, and it does make me sad because, like, it was one of those, like, you taught me how to do all the things. That was cool. Thank you for teaching me how to do all these things. And
Did
yeah, so that was
steal cars? Because that's what he was doing.
okay. It was only 2 cars.
I mean, yeah, at 2, it's just a hobby. At 3, it's a problem.
I mean, the FBI came to my high school
Three
and I
and a
was
Quaaludes,
questioned.
bad luck.
It was listen, choices. Anyway, that was my bonus round.
I like that one. That is really good. That
Thanks.
is really good. You know what? I actually have one with that. Okay, so not learning how to drink, but learning how to drink.
Mhm.
So when I was working at a certain ballpark many, many, many years ago, uh, there was a excellent one of my closest friends to this day, Big Dan. Shout out to my man out in New York. He taught me, he's like, I got to get you ready for college. This is before I was about ready to leave. He's like, you have to learn how to shotgun a beer. He's like, but we're not going to do it with cans because cans are ridiculous. So we would do pints of beer. And the thing about it though is that he is okay. So he's a house, right? He's your typical South Side Chicago Irish kid who became a fireman with the Chicago Fire Department. I mean, this is a big man, right? So
Mhm.
he would down a beer in his pint glass while I was just considering sniffing the pint glass. Like I looked at it and he was already gone. So little by little, he would teach me each time. Now, to this day, I've known this man for shit, carried it to 30, we'll call it 30 or so years at this point.
Carry the
And
2.
Carry
always
the
carry the
two.
two. Always carry the two. So we're talking 30 plus years now at this point in time, and I still to this day cannot beat this man. Um, but he taught me how to drink a beer, how to shotgun the beer, and what to drink. You know, when I was down there, it got to a point where like I couldn't drink the Natty Light, I couldn't drink the Keystones.
Oh,
We were drinking decent beers, like we were shotgunning Bass Ale for God's sakes. I mean, what are you talking about? Why? Because it was what we had on tap. Look, we were bougie. I get it. Or no, what was it?
you sound like you're
Baroge?
from London.
You one hop
He's not
slamming
wrong.
this guy.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong though. But yeah, that was quintessential. Like that was part of my upbringing. And the thing was, I wasn't a drinker at the time. When I got down to college, you're damn well right. I was ready. I was freaking ready. Let's go.
There's a weird thing about being ready and being not ready. And like I remember hearing stories of like the people who weren't ready and got to college and were like, they in trouble, girl. And I was like, nope,
Yes.
nope. You wanna know why? Because I'm like, it's out of my system. It was out of my system. I didn't need to
Mhm.
like calm down. 1 or 2 examples is not harumph.
Harumph. Harumph.
Harumph indeed, sir. Harumph to your face.
Crystal Light and Grand Theft Auto.
I mean,
Okay.
sometimes we gotta do it though. And the Crystal Light thing, it's not the first time I heard it. I did have a good friend of mine who would do the exact same thing. Crystal Light straight
I
into the
did.
bottle.
It was terrible.
Yeah, he was hurting the next day.
But you
Actually, he was
also were
hurting that
like,
night.
it's lemonade.
Yeah, he went with pink lemonade though. We did have the pink lemonade on hand, and that was right there. You go. See, I get it. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you. All right, Chris, you're up, buddy. What do you got? This is your minor
Oh,
league. This is your minor
Yeah, do
league
you have a
draft on
bonus
this
or
one.
a minor league of sports?
my
You got a bonus.
so I'm gonna go with, and this kind of circles back to what you kind of were like setting us up with, Ray, and it's kind of like the first beer you stole from your parents. And this is, so my dad was not much of a drinker, and like, but at some point they had like a birthday party for him, and I can't remember the year, but I mean, I was probably still in call it maybe grade school. And I was in grade school because the leftover beer sat in a box in our basement for like a solid 4 to 5 years. I mean, there were brands in there that are so no longer in existence, like Dakota. I don't even remember when Dakota was out, but it's not what you call a
Sponsor us,
recent.
Dakota.
Dakota Dad. It can't sponsor anything.
They go.
But there was bagel. But there was definitely like I remember there was a me and a buddy of mine, and I don't even think I was in high school yet. I think we stole like one Budweiser out of there and like split it warm, and it was as terrible as you would think a 5-year out of code Budweiser might be.
Like, yeah.
So while not nostalgic in a glorious way, it certainly was nostalgic in a very like distinct memory of drinking that beer way. So
Hey.
Only you had some Clamato juice to mix with it.
Listen,
The possibilities.
well, I think we had some Sierra Mist in the fridge or slice.
Slice. Wow.
Gen X, welcome
Wow.
to your memory
Yes.
episode.
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy.
And this was
Wow.
probably before Zima Gold, even so.
Oh.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull these reins a little bit in, and I'm gonna ask you two to help me with this last part of the show. So first of all, this was incredible, and I would love to ask if you have made it this far into the conversation, I want one of your best situational moments of anything. I don't care if it's wine, booze, beer, don't care. Bring it to my face. I want it. I want it. I want it. And I can't thank Ray enough for this idea. This is wonderful. We are going to do this again.
Sounds great.
We are doing this again. 100%. We will replace, I don't know, whatever, watery fruit with someone. Sorry, you cut.
Yeah.
Not really, but cut like fruit. Ha ha ha. Anyway,
So you got to get the half moons so you can split them.
That's
calm
right. See?
down.
Absolutely. She's a tough producer here,
Anyway.
man. Woo.
I tell you, we are going to do this again for sure. So please hit us in the comments of wherever you may see this, because it could be on Apple Pod, could be on Spotify, which I understand that they are the devil, but they are a really good way for small shows to get out there. YouTube could be, I don't think Audible lets you leave comments, but we are actually on Audible. You can find us pretty much anywhere. So please let us know what your favorite situational beer is. Gentlemen, do help a girl out. How can people support the show? Ray, I'll start with you because I don't think Watery Fruit knows.
No. Support the show by passing this on to your friends, because if you can show them what you're eating, what songs you're listening to, and what kind of podcast you're listening to, they damn well want to know what kind of situational beers you're going to be having with your friends. And that's a hell of a way to do it. And gosh knows, this is a conversation starter. Chris,
100%.
what do you got?
CLV, how else can people support the show?
By like sharing the link, sharing the programming notes, and having their own conversations about what conversational beers they have.
Yes, you can also.
I don't know.
Yes, you can do those things. You know what else you can do? You can like us. You can follow it. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can subscribe on Spotify, follow along on Apple. All of these things are one click and they take exactly 0 time of your life. You're already scrolling to see what kind of like fresh hell the day has released. Follow the show. With that, you know what? Another small programming note. If you also are like, is that a French bulldog with a hop nose that Chris Vallow is wearing? The answer is yes. That is the Hugo IPA t-shirt. It is currently available in the Everyday with K store that is over on TeePublic. If you're like, I also need a giant French bulldog on my chest, it's there.
And
you can grab it. Oh.
Let's say you have somebody special in your life and you want to get them an Aunt Tifa t-shirt. I'm just going to put that out there because we have one sitting in this house right now that is currently on our wife right now. So there you go.
You do?
Get out there. Yes, we do.
Shut up. We love all of our Aunt Tifas. We love them so much. Our auntie's going to do good things.
100%.
Friends, thanks so much for joining us for generally just an eavesdropping conversation about what our favorite situational beers are. Hit us with your favorite situational beers in the comments. Follow, like, share, subscribe, all of the things. Let's see. Be cool. Be kind. Check on your neighbors, right? They probably need to be checked on. Check on your friends. Keep each other safe. And we will absolutely see you next time. Cheers, you guys.
Thank you very